everyone, I'm Sarah, and thank you for joining me today for this gratitude themed flow. Head to toes, just a little nice low intensity stretch for us today. Perfect for when you wake up in the morning, or maybe post turkey trot or tofurkey trot 5K, or maybe just a good post meal flow. Just something 20 minutes, nice and easy to get you moving on this fabulous holiday, and just themed a little bit around gratitude. So let's go ahead and get started. All you'll need is a little bit of space and a mat. Get nice and comfy. I've got my lovely scented candle already lit to set the mood for this morning, afternoon, or evening. So I invite you to take a few moments and just kind of adjust and join me in this comfortable seated position. Like I said, focusing a little bit on gratitude today, so that's exactly where I'd like to start as we get going. So as we take our scan of the body in our comfortable seated position, which that comfortable seated position can mean whatever is comfortable for you. So if you're cross-legged, maybe the legs are out long, maybe the knees are bent and the feet are planted, maybe you're kneeling on the shins, whatever works for you. Take that moment to become comfortable. And then we'll take our scan of the body starting from the top of the head, moving all the way down to the tips of the toes. As we take this scan, I want you to just focus on gratitude and saying thank you to your body. A lot of times when you take this scan of the body, it may turn a little judgmental. You may say, oh, I'm sore or I'm tight because I moved too much, I didn't get moving, whatever it may be. And I want you to let that judgment go and instead bring in some gratitude. Rather, you're a little bit sore because you did get moving. You're a little bit tight, but you're noticing that now, and that's why you're here, and that's fabulous. Maybe it's a gratitude for what your body is capable of and what it has done for you. So if you're a walker, a runner, a biker, maybe you thank your feet or your legs for carrying you that distance. If you sit at a desk all day, maybe you thank your torso for helping you to find good posture throughout the day and release some of that tension in the lower back, in the hips, in the core. Maybe you're someone who does a lot of weightlifting, so just thanking your body for handling those workouts that you're doing with grace and style. And even though maybe you're a little bit sore, that just means you're getting stronger. So let's go ahead and start from the top of the head. And then we'll move right into the general area of the head, the face, the jaw, the neck, anywhere right in that space. And I want you to just take a moment and notice if that's where your tension builds up. I know for me, if I'm stressed or if I'm anxious about something, I tend to find a lot of tension in my jaw. Maybe for you, it's the forehead or maybe the neck. And I want you to take a moment to roll out the head and the neck while we're focusing on this area. So with your inhale, whatever comfortable seated position you're in, I want you to go ahead and find a little bit longer of a spine. And with that exhale, go ahead and drop the chin to the chest. From here, let's go ahead and just nice and easy rock the head side to side, taking that right ear towards the right shoulder. When you hit the edge of that range of motion with a nice big stretch through the left side of the neck, then go ahead and let it roll back through center and over to the left side. A couple times here, either direction, just nice and easy, taking the head side to side, finding that stretch through the neck. If you found that there is tension in your face or in your jaw, trying to allow those muscles to release and relax as you roll the head side to side. So maybe it's gently allowing your eyes to close, allowing the tension to come out of your jaw, unclenching your teeth, bringing your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And taking a couple of deep breaths here to allow for that release of tension. Go ahead and take one more nice deep breath. Finish out that roll of the head and the neck. Big inhale. Exhale allows the chin to drop back to the chest. And then an inhale lifts that head back up nice and long. We're back in that neutral, comfortable, seated position. Now we're going to move down to the torso. I've got a couple ranges of motion for this area. So anywhere from the neck down to right above those hips. So maybe it's the shoulders, the arms, the wrists, or the fingers. Maybe it's through the core or the lower back. Maybe you feel a little bit through the upper back, through the shoulder blades. I've got a couple ranges for us here. So take that scan, find that gratitude, or notice how you're feeling here. Let's start with those shoulders. We're going to find 5 nice big rolls in each direction. So bringing them up towards the ears and then down and back. There's 1, 2, nice and slow and controlled. 3, 4, and then the last one in this direction, 5. And then go ahead and switch directions right when you hit the bottom. This time pulling them back and up towards the ears, and then down and forward. 1, 2, still nice and slow and controlled. 3, 4, and 5. Fabulous. Let those shoulders release and relax low away from the ears. We're going to take 2 nice deep breaths leading with those arms. Our big inhale brings us out and up. Exhale circles us down and around. Nice big stretch through the torso this time as we lift out and up. Inhale. And exhale down and around. Let's find a lateral stretch if that core or that torso is a little bit sore. Inhale brings us out and up. Right hand comes down to the mat. Left arm comes up over top with that exhale. Give me a big inhale back through center. Pressing up. Opposite side. Left hand comes down. Right arm comes up over top. Nice big stretch. Big inhale back through center. One more time each direction. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Over to the left. One more time. Give me that big inhale back to center. Exhale circles us down and around. Fabulous. Go ahead and give me an inhale to find that nice long spine. Let's find our spinal twist. Go ahead and take that left hand to the outside of that right leg. That right hand comes around behind. Open up through those shoulder blades towards that right wall. Same thing. Bring it through center with our inhale. Exhale over to the left. Same thing. Those hands just switch. One more time each direction. Inhale through center. Exhale right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. Last time, big inhale brings us back to center. Exhale releases that breath. All right, one more torso stretch here. Inhale to your long spine. Take those fingers, interlace them. Press the palms forward. Round out the spine towards that back wall. Open up the shoulder blades there. Press the chin towards the chest. Give me a big inhale to reach back up towards the ceiling. Palms come up. Exhale, releases, circles those arms down and around. Now you can either place the fingertips right behind the hips or you can interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale to open through the chest and pull the shoulder blades towards each other. Slight lift through the chin if that feels good. Give me an exhale to go ahead and release that. Now let's take our focus down to our legs. Hips, glutes, quads, hamstrings, through the calves, the shins, then all the way down to the feet. Whether it's the toes, the balls of the feet, however you're feeling there. Once again, find that gratitude here. So while we're noticing how we're feeling, we're also grateful for all the things that our body does for us every day, every week, every month, and every year, this year especially. So let's go ahead and take a couple of moments for the lower body. So we're going to find a nice stretch through the back of the legs, and the way that we're going to do that is we're going to bring it on over to our downward facing dog. So our flow is going to get us into our lower body stretches. So let's go ahead and circle those legs around, bring it on up and over facing the short edge of your mat. We're going to curl those toes under and then giving yourself whatever leeway you need. I know I need a lot today. I'm sore, so I'm going to keep my knees kind of bent. Let's go ahead and press those hips up and back and then find that nice stretch to the back of the legs. Now from here, you've got a couple options. You can start to pedal out those heels, alternating sides, pressing the ears between the biceps for that nice big stretch. Maybe you alternate pressing up onto the toes, and then those heels down towards the floor for that big stretch. Or maybe you just keep it right in center. Maybe it's a shake of the head, nice and slow, yes or no. Taking about 3 more nice deep breaths in any of those options that feels good for you today. One more breath here. Fabulous. Go ahead and set those knees down nice and wide, then sit the hips back toward the heels. Now this is a nice glute stretch, a nice lower back release, and then maybe a nice stretch of the shoulders. You can add those triceps in by bending at the elbows, bringing the hands to the shoulders, keeping the elbows down on the mat. You can add that torso stretch, that lateral stretch back in if that felt particularly good by walking those hands over to the right and the left. If that doesn't feel quite right though, feel free to leave them right in center. Go ahead and take 2 more nice deep breaths in your version of this child's pose. Fabulous. Let's go ahead and take it back up to that downward facing dog. Lift those hips. Curl the toes under. Take just a moment here. Press down just slightly. Nice stretch of the toes, of the bottom of the feet. And then release that. And then press the hips up and back into that down dog. Now from here, I know that lots of times when you're sitting all day, whether it's sitting for your Thanksgiving celebration or sitting at the desk for work, those hips become tight. So let's just find a nice easy flow to stretch out the hips. We'll stretch the hamstrings, and then we'll finish out in our half pigeon for another lower body stretch. First and foremost, let's take our 3-legged dog with our right foot. So go ahead and press that right foot up and back, nice big stretch. Bend through the left knee and sweep that right foot forward, planting it down right inside of that right hand. Now from here, I want you to take just a moment in this low lunge to feel that stretch through the left hip flexor, to find that strength through the lunge, through the full bottom of that right foot. And then with your next exhale, let's go ahead and release that left knee down towards the mat. Let the top of the foot meet the mat. Our exhale presses those hips forward into our hip flexor stretch. So that long left leg feels that nice big stretch here. Let's take a next inhale to find our hamstring stretch. Bring those hips back, lengthen that right leg, lift those right toes, hinge just slightly forward at those hips to wherever you need to go to find that stretch. Fingertips can come down for stability. They can come towards those toes for a deeper stretch. Whatever's going to work for you here in this hamstring stretch. We're going to find each of those one more time. Our exhale presses us forward, hip flexor. Inhale presses us backward, hamstring. Excellent. Go ahead and exhale, press back forward into that lunge, and we're going to transition to our half pigeon. Curl the left toe under, lift the knee. We're going to go through our 3-legged dog. So press those hips up and back, take that right foot up and back. From here, let's take it to our pigeon. Bend the left knee, sweep the right foot forward. This time, instead of planting the foot, we're going to place the shin down under the hips and then sink down into those hips. Once again, letting the top of that left foot meet the mat. Nice and easy into this stretch. Now, we're sinking the hips down. If your hips are up a little higher because you're a little tighter, that's okay. Take your time. You can also always place a blanket or a block right underneath that bent leg, that glute on that side. That long left leg is also still feeling a stretch through the hip flexor. And then from here, I invite you to take a comfortable position if you'd like to. So maybe we're on those palms still. That's your range. That's fabulous. Maybe we bring it down to those elbows if that's your range. Maybe even all the way down so that the forehead is on the mat. Let's take 2 nice deep breaths in any of those positions. Fabulous. If you found either of those lower ones, go ahead, bring it up to those palms, curl the left toe under, three-legged dog, right foot up and back. Send the hips up, press that right foot up, and then plant it down. Fabulous. Let's switch it up. Left foot, three-legged dog, press it up and back. Bend the right knee, sweep the left foot forward. Plant it right inside that left fingertips, and then find that moment in this stretch with the knee up. Go ahead and exhale, release the right knee down to the mat. Let the top of the foot meet the mat. We've got our hip flexor stretch here, so pressing forward into that long right hip flexor. Inhale, presses us backwards, lifts those left toes, and then find that hinge at the hips. So you can either be up a little bit taller if you need to be, fingertips for stability, maybe a deeper stretch comes whenever you bring those fingertips towards the toes, wherever you need to be here. Exhale, presses us forward. Ooh. Hip flexor stretch. Inhale, presses us backwards, hamstring stretch. Find that gratitude for any of those sore or tight points. There's a reason for it. No judgment necessary. We're just grateful that our body is moving in the way that it is right now. And if you're feeling those tight points or those sore points, that means you're doing something right. As long as it's not painful, that stretch can feel really good. I'm proud of you for taking this time to be on your mat, and I'm grateful that you took this time to join me on my mat. Let's go ahead and transition through our three-legged dog to our half pigeon. Curl the right toe under, lift the right knee. Left foot goes up and back nice and long. Bend the right knee, sweep the left foot forward. Place the shin down under the hips. Sink down into those hips. Top of the right foot meets the mat. Same three options. Palms, elbows, or forehead comes down to the mat. 2 nice deep inhales and exhales here. Fabulous. Go ahead and bring it up to those palms. Let's transition through our three-legged dog. Right toe curls under. Lift the knee, send the hips up, left foot up and back. Place it down next to the right. Set those knees down nice and wide. Sit the hips back towards the heels. Child's pose. All right, once again, if it feels good, you can walk those hands over to the right and to the left. If that doesn't feel good, feel free to just keep it right down center. All right, go ahead and bring them back to center. And we're just gonna find each of those lower body stretches one more time. So let's lift the hips, curl the toes under, press back into the toes, find that nice stretch to the bottom of the foot, and then release it. Bring those knees up into our down dog. We're gonna move just a little faster this time. Inhale, three-legged dog, right foot up and back, nice stretch. Bend the left knee, sweep the right foot forward, plant it down. Find that stretch with that knee up, pressing into it, finding that strength through the right leg. And then go ahead and set that left knee down, top of the left foot. Exhale, presses forward. Inhale, presses back. Exhale, presses forward. Inhale, presses back. Exhale, last time forward. Let's transition three-legged dog to half pigeon. Curl the left toe under, bring it up. Three-legged dog, right foot, send the hips up, send the foot up. Bend the left knee, sweep the right foot forward. Place the shin down, sink down into those hips. Top of the left foot meets the mat. 2 breaths in your pigeon of choice. Plant those palms, curl the left toe under, send the hips up, right foot up and back, three-legged dog. Place it down next to the left. Left side here to finish us out. Left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, sweep the left foot forward, place it inside that hand. Find our strength, find our stretch in this lunge. Set the right knee down, top of the right foot meets the mat. Exhale, presses forward. Inhale, presses back. Exhale, presses forward. Inhale, presses back. Final time, our exhale takes us forward. Curl the right toe under, lift the right knee, send the hips up, left foot, three-legged dog. Pigeon, send that left foot forward, place the shin down under the hips, top of the right foot meets the mat, sink into those hips, palms, elbows, or forehead, 2 breaths, pigeon of choice. Fabulous. Plant those palms, curl the right toe under, send the hips up and back, left foot, three-legged dog. Place it down next to the right. Nice and easy here. Let's walk those feet forward to meet the hands. Try and keep those legs long so we get a nice stretch as we move them forward. When you get to that place where you need to adjust your weight, bring it so that the bottoms of your feet are flat and we're taking the pressure off of those fingertips or hands. Our next inhale rolls us up nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae, up to standing. When you get to the top, keep the arms low, pull the shoulder blades together, find good posture. Let's take 3 nice sweeping deep breaths leading with our arms. Our inhale circles us out and up. Our exhale brings them down and around. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. When you get to the bottom, release the shoulders. Shake it out just a little bit here. Find that gratitude, bring it back. We're thankful that you showed up. You made time for you today. We're thankful that our bodies carried us through those stretches. And we're thankful for so many things in our lives. So take that time today and during this holiday weekend to really notice that and be excited about those things that we are thankful for, especially during such a challenging holiday season. On that note, I'm thankful for you for being here. Let's finish out with one more nice deep breath, leading with those arms, those palms meet overhead. Bring them down to heart center with our exhale. The light in me honors the light in you, bowing as we say, Namaste. Thank you for joining me and enjoy the rest of your day.